school districts nationwide are suing TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for creating a youth mental health crisis. Ha! Really? Okay, I kind of want to get into this one. Let's see. It says 40 school districts across the United States have filed a lawsuit against Facebook, Snapchat, and TikTok for creating a youth mental health crisis and causing harm to children. Schools nationwide are seeking damages after filing lawsuits against the social media platform for knowingly causing harm to children with their malicious algorithm, as reported by the Daily Mail. The school districts are located in California, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Oklahoma, Utah, Washington, Rhode Island, and Idaho. In response to the lawsuit, social media companies said in a statement that their platforms have parental control available and are fighting against content that promote eating disorders, self-harm, and suicide. TikTok, they said they're suing TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook. Everybody getting sued. But you don't hear YouTube in there. YouTube said. But now, what y'all think about that though? I mean, for sure. Look, I think about it like it's the world, bro. Yes, it's more. The world has evolved. There's more access. There's been more access to stuff, but it is the world. You think about it. Back in the day, kids, like I'm talking about back in the day without technology, kids had access to literally walk out. You know what I'm saying? Like they could, like how everybody was so protective of their kids right now. Like your kid could get missing. You wouldn't know where your kid was. If your kid like just strolled out, that's it. There was no phones. There was nothing, all that. So there's always, I feel like there's always something. You know what I'm saying? That your kid, they could have joined crews. They could have walked outside. You don't know what was happening when your kid was gone out of your house until your kid came back. You know, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Right now, similar things. You know, now you know where your kid is, but like they can get into a whole lot more shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just with the times things are changing. It all comes down to you. All you can really do is try to raise your kid the way you can. And at the end of the day, the kid himself has his own personality, has his own decision to make. Every single human being has their own decision to make. Facts. Parent can do all things. Let's be realistic, as I've always said. Look at, as they say, pastors' kids be the worst ones. It's not about, like, you can try to raise a kid and all that. If the kid wants to be bad, they're going to be bad. Like real deal. Like real deal. Whether you try to, like, you know what I'm saying? A person is still responsible for their own thing, no matter how you want to play it. Like, you can try it all you want. You can't change nobody. Nobody, not even a child. You can try, you know what I'm saying? They can do it while they're there around you, and then once they're out, you know what I'm saying, it's over with. You can try, but you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't change nobody. The person has to want to change themselves. People change themselves. You can help influence the change, but you cannot change nobody. And that's just the truth about it. So with this whole thing about, you know, them suing TikTok and Snapchat and all that, you know, social media and shit, that they're the one corrupting this shit. It's not that. It's really not that. You know what I'm saying? The social media is pushed things to the next level, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, I'm not saying that social media is not harmful. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's going to be harmful regardless. Whether you take social media off or not, there's always going to be a factor or element that's going to be, you know, that's going to be present, that's going to mess with kids. That's just how it is. It's always been like that. It's always going to be like that. There are always going to be challenges in life. That's how life is. If you have $1,000, $1,001 problem comes in your life. You have $1 million, $1,001 problem comes. Life is literally full of challenges. It's ups and downs. You're just trying to stay as far up. You want to stay up as much as possible before when you come down. You want to stay, you know, short time period in the down spot, you know what I'm saying? Because life is really up and down. That's just what life is. But you want to stay up for, you know, longer, you know, that you want to stay down. You get what I'm saying? Because there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I get where parents are coming from with that, but you know what I'm saying? Or the schools are coming from with that. But you know, hey, you gotta hold these kids accountable. Whether you think their brains are not developed or not, you know, it's at some point you still gotta consider it. Like I was thinking about something. If a baby shot and killed their father, like it's just, I mean, like a 1-year-old shot, like just or whatever, just picked a gun and just who would be to blame? Would you blame the father for having his gun available? Would you blame the 1-year-old for knowing, creeping and finding out when he hid his stuff, whatever, whatever, or who is to blame? You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, somebody has to be blamed, and it was just something that was just in my mind, like responsibility. At the end of the day, it's choices. You know what I'm saying? It's choices. Whoever does the action is really the one that's to blame. No matter what circumstance surround the stuff, you have a decision to make. Like some people say, man, I didn't have no choice. I was growing up around this. Let's be real. You have a choice. It might not be, okay, it's like someone that says, like, for example, like they put a gun to my head. I didn't have no choice. You did have a choice. There was a gun to your head. You still have a choice. You get what I'm saying? There's always a choice. Even if the choice is not a good choice, it's not a favorable choice, you still have a choice nonetheless. And that's what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, we still have to put some sort of responsibility at these children themselves, you know what I'm saying? And not fully putting it on the parents or putting it on this. Individuals are responsible, even whether your brain is developed or not. Because you make, as a kid, you remember you had to make decisions. You weighed your options. Whether you know what I'm saying? You thought about stuff. You were thinking. You know what I'm saying? And if you are thinking being, you have to be responsible for shit. You can't be blaming somebody else for your shit. No matter if you are, you know what I'm saying? Of course, to a certain degree, this all plays to a certain degree. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. The whole suing thing, though, as I said, I mean, let's see. You already see, social media is already saying, oh, y'all, it got parental control. You know what I'm saying? That's the out. Because, look, we put parental control. Y'all ain't watching it. The parents going to be like, how you expect us to watch it? These kids, it's just going to be a whole cycle. You know what I'm saying? That's, But anyway.